Hi, this is James with Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to look at an expansion for one of my favorite games, Apiary, and this is going to be expanding the Hive. Now, this expansion doesn't actually add anything really new modulars or whatnot to the game. This just gives you more good stuff. So it gives you more options on the existing stuff that's in the game. And honestly, this is my favorite type of expansion. In addition to that, which I do explain when we go down the table here, you notice that this is not a great box. This is not a box that you're going to be like, oh, wow, I'm going to show off this box in my board game collection. Well, why is that? Well, this is going to be an expansion where everything in here fits in the base game perfectly. So it was designed for that. So this box is not something you're supposed to keep. You're supposed to chuck this, which reduces the price of the expansion, which is great. And it fits in the base game, so you don't have extra room taking up your board game collection, which is also great. So we're going to go down to the table. I'm going to show you what comes in this expansion because, like I said, it's just more stuff for the base game. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to give you my final thoughts. All right, so this is Apiary, the expanded Hive. Now, you'll notice that the expansion box is, pretty plain here. This isn't like an expansion box that you would keep around. Well, why is that? Well, that is because all the contents in here will fit in your base game. And they are, not only that, you're going to be shuffling them into your existing game. There is nothing here that is going to require like a new module or new nothing as such for the game here. This is just more good stuff for the game, giving more replayability and fits perfectly in the base box. And because of that, they just sent this in a disposable container here that you'll throw away, and you'll put those components in the base box, like I said. So if you look in here, you can see what this box includes. It includes the 7 new Hive mats. It calls 15 frames, 15 seed cards, which I always like when they have more seed cards. That's pretty sweet. 1 new faction plus 2 reprints. So there are some reprints in here, and those are just to replace out the existing reprints. 4 recruits plus 2 reprints, 3 cravings, 5 developments, 4 farms, new dance tiles, which is really cool, new dance tokens, which is also really cool, 4 explore tokens plus 1 reprint, and 1 complete appendix and rules. So again, this is just more stuff for the game. Now there are some, this appendix will replace the existing appendix for the game. It has some, this page right here has some rules for this expansion, just to explain things a little better, clarifications, but that's it. That's all there really is. So there's really not a whole lot here to go on. I do like Stonemeyer's games where they will fix stuff in the games through their expansion, so you just get stuff to fix the game. And I also like the fact that this is just more stuff for the base game, not necessarily anything new. So there is a seed variant here that you can see on page 14, and this one's important because this was actually a problem. Not like a huge problem in the base game, but it could be a problem where people are like hoarding cards and stuff. But you could see on page 14 here what the official seed variant is. I sort of wish they just said this is the new rule for it, but you could choose whether you use this or not. I highly recommend doing it. Just, cut out that occasional shenanigan thing that could potentially happen. If players choose so, they may play with the following variant. They play at most 2 C cards on their turn instead of hoarding their cards and playing a billion C cards on their turn. Unlimited C cards can be discarded to gain resources or planted per normal rules. So this variant's geared towards reducing the rare case when someone quickly accumulates large numbers of cards and plays them all in the same turn to gain advantage that seems or feels insurmountable to other players. I really highly recommend you just do this. Just add this rule in there. I think I like it. If you just add it, and then if you don't like it, you could always, remove it because they did set it as a variant. So you're going to get this new index with all the different explanations for the game here and some clarifications. And these are the different things you hear. Here's the expansion boards that you can get, and there's a lot of expansion boards. So we'll show these here. But these are the expansion boards. They're the same on both sides, as you see. But these can add some cool new things for them. Also, one thing I will mention with expansion boards, because a lot of times it's really, at the base game, you can feel that you are getting stuck with those. In this version here with the expansion, which is to change the base game here, you'll have 2 stacks available of these expansion boards. You can pick from one or the other, which is nice. So you get a little choice at the expansion boards that you have. Now you could pause this video at any time if you want to take a better look at these cards. But there is a good stack of these expansion boards, and some of them are very interesting in the different things that are available for these expansion boards for you to pick from. Here's some more seed cards. Oh no, this is why you sleeve these cards. This is a beautiful game, by the way. This is one of the few games that I just sleeve up because I want to protect it. But oh yeah, man, I can't believe that. Just put the stuff back in the box so I could do this review, and should have just sleeved it. Sometimes with the sleeves though, it has glare, so I try not to have them in the review itself. But you can pause this video if you want to see any of these. But these are the new seed cards that are available, and they could do some really cool stuff. But like you see, there's a really good stack of these cards in this expansion. All right, so let's go over my favorite thing, new Hive mats. All right. So these are the Hive mats here. So you could pause the video at any time. You notice they're just one-sided here, and you could see the Hive mats. And I really, there's a U-shaped one that's really cool. I'll show you here in a minute, and a lot of fun to play on. This one's interesting too. But like I said, again, you can pause this video if you want to take a look at any of these mats in more detail. But you get a good stack of mats, and that's really welcome in the game. More variety and more, oops, this one's upside down, more replayability here. This is the top bar. And this one here, I specifically like. Oh yeah, it's called the Gum. It had a strange name to it too. I really like that little U-shapey thing and having to work around it. I think that's really, really cool. All right, so some more components. Now on the punch-out boards here, it's going to show some notes here, like permanently remove the Explore token that has 2 seed cards printed on it and replace it with this token. If your copy of Apiary does not contain 2 seed cards, you can discard this one. But basically, there's some notes on these ones that are especially replacement tiles and stuff. All right, so just keep that in mind when you're doing that. There's going to be 3 new dance tiles that this comes with. And then, so that's cool. We'll put these over here too. Some frames. Now you can see that these are same on both sides here, but you can pause this to see these guys also. So available, and here's the final guy. So there's those. All right, so you get 3 new of those. 2 of them, I believe, are replacements. All right, and here we go. Let's show these ones. Here's the tech tiles that you get with it. There's the tech tiles. Okay, so here's 4 of these guys. Like I said, you can pause the video here if you want to read through these guys. Some of the green tiles here. I really like this one actually. But here's some of the green tiles. Here's some of the yellow tiles. You get 3 of these guys. The nursery is also pretty cool. All right. New dance tokens. All right, those are new dance tokens. And these are some of the explore tokens. There's one more. Where'd it go? There should have been 5. Where'd it go? One of the explore tokens is just the double one. But yeah, so that's all the stuff that you're going to get with the Apiary expanding the Hive expansion for the game here. Like I said, this box here is something you're going to toss out. This is just to ship it, and then that stuff will all fit in the base game. Oop, I also did miss one of these tech tiles here. I'll show you real quick for the grow lamp. All right. So yeah, that's it. That's what comes with the expanding Hive. Let's go ahead back up to the table here, and I'll give you my final thoughts on this game. All right, so that was what comes in Apiary, the expanding Hive expansion here. Component quality is great, just like the base game. Stonemaier Games just has great quality in their board games overall. I have never had a board game from them or played a board game from them, which I think I've played almost everything they have, that has been anything but stellar component quality. And this is no exception. I really like the idea of the expansion box just not needing an expansion box. And I actually honestly, although this might be controversial, I throw away my expansion box if I can for any game. I always try to place them in the base box. If they fit in the base box, I throw away the expansion box. If they don't fit in the base box, but destroying the insert that came with the game to make them fit in there, I do that too. Please put in the comments down below your thoughts on that. If you throw away your expansion boxes when you can to save room, or you try to reorganize the base game, so you throw away some of those foam or I don't know what you call them, like the plastic inserts that come with some of the games, so you chuck those so everything can fit in it. I like to know that. But anyway, get back to this. So overall, this is exactly the type of expansion I like. This is an expansion that adds more of what's great in the base game. I also like the idea that Stonemaier's, which they've done in multiple other games, like Scythe and other games, have created fixes for things that they found in the base game through the millions of playtests in the base game to replace those components, which I really appreciate. That is a really great way, instead of saying, you know what, we made a mistake, we just got to leave it that way, or, whatnot. They actually take the time, pay attention to what the people playing the game say out there, the community, and then they adjust stuff accordingly, and that's you reflected in this too, so you have some replacement pieces in here. So I do really appreciate that. Overall, if you like Apiary and you just play it occasionally, this expansion could be for you. It does add more replayability to the game, so that's nice. But if you love Apiary and you play Apiary pretty frequently, this is a must-have expansion. This is an expansion that you definitely want to get. This is an expansion that adds more replayability to the game, adds more variety to the game. Just everything great about what expansion could be is this. So, like I said, if you are really into Apiary, 100% get this expansion. I think it is like an essential expansion. But that's my thoughts on it. If you like what we do, please consider liking and subscribing. It really does help us out a lot. We're trying to get more better equipment, trying to do more for the channel and get you more content out, and that does really, really help. But for now, thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.